Hello and welcome to this series of short video clips aimed at introducing and demonstrating the key features of ContactQ, a SIP-based contact center system from Braxtel Communications. This first guide will talk you through the necessary steps and show you just how quick and easy it is to install a ContactQ system. Initially, we'll look at the prerequisites required, the network settings that you'll need to have on hand, the installation process itself, and then finally how to log on and access your system once the installation is complete. Okay, before you begin, make sure you've got the following things to hand. Make sure you've got the latest ContactQ ISO image burnt onto a CD. Ensure that the server that you're installing on has a keyboard, screen and mouse connected, and that it's also connected to your network. It's a good idea to write down on a piece of paper the static IP address that you're going to be assigning, the subnet, the gateway and the DNS settings. Also the host name for the server that you're going to give it. Typically we use ContactQ dot whatever the business name is and then .com. And also make sure you know which time zone you're actually going to be installing this system in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the CD with the latest image on it, pop it into the drawer of the server and then restart the server. When the server reboots, you'll see a ContactQ splash screen displayed, and at the bottom of the screen you'll notice a boot prompt. Once you see this boot prompt, press enter. After pressing the enter key, you'll notice some text scrolling at the screen. This is just the installation process, loading some necessary files into memory, ready for to complete the install. A little way through the installation process, you'll be presented with a screen that allows you to configure the network settings. By default, the system is set to use DHCP to obtain its network settings, which is fine for a demonstration system or a test unit, but for a production contact center system, you really need to assign it a static IP address. Click on the Edit button at the top of the screen and then select Manual Configuration. Enter your assigned IP address and subnet as shown here. Once you've done this, click on the OK button. Enter the host name of the server. Here you can see that we're using ContactQ.businessname.com. After doing this, enter the gateway address and the primary DNS address, and then click on the next button. The next screen you'll see is the time zone screen. Click on the map to locate the general region the system is being installed in, and then use the drop down list to set the specific location and time zone. Here you can see that we've clicked on the UK and then selected Europe/London from the drop down list. After selecting the right time zone, be sure to check the System Clock Uses UTC checkbox and then click on the next button. The installation process will now continue, formatting the file system and the boot sector and transferring the necessary image and the remaining files to the server. Once the installation has finished, the system will automatically eject the CD and then reboot the server. As the system restarts, you'll see lots of text scrolling up the screen as the server initializes various devices, interfaces, and loads, starts up various processes. At the end of this boot sequence, what you'll see is there'll be an IP address at the top of the screen, and this will be the address that you assigned as a static address if you assigned one, or it'll be the address that's been assigned by a DHCP server if you're installing this in a test/demo environment. This IP address should be the address that you'll use within a web browser to administer the system, and we'll see this in a few seconds. So here at the top of the screen you can now see the IP address of the server that we assigned. As I mentioned earlier, what we're going to do is we're going to make a note of this address, and then we're going to go to any PC on the network that has a browser and IP address in. We're going to log in using the default username and password of admin and admin. The domain is going to be the default domain that ContactQ uses. So here you can now see that we're going to open the browser. In this case it's Google Chrome. It doesn't matter which browser you use, whether it be Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome, etc. So typing the address in here, pressing enter, we're now presented with the login screen. So we're going to type in to the username and the password box admin and admin. We're going to leave the domain as default, and then we're going to click on the login button here. Once you've clicked on login, you're now presented with the main administration screen. So you can see the various menu options down the left hand side here. And at this point your ContactQ system is installed and ready for you to start configuring. This now concludes this initial video, which has talked you through the process to install a ContactQ. In further videos we'll look at and discuss how to set up and configure a ContactQ system. Thank you for watching.